What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. I wanted to first apologize for my delayed post-fight video and the fact that I didn't get a chance to do a prediction video. I was super busy this week. A lot of stuff come up, holidays, surprises. My mom's in town, which was a shock. Now, didn't get a chance to put that video up, and this is the fight I wanted to really put up a prediction video for, because these are real fights. You got Velez versus the Mexican Russian Granovich. I mean, this was a real fight card, and from the beginning, let's start with that fight. Now, going into this fight, I would have told you, and my prediction for the fight was a draw. Stylistically, the fight has draw written all on it. Granovich has had the advantage of fighting a particular style of guys who just come forward and they really can't box that well and give him trouble. But when they did, they were easily controlling him with the jab. Velez is a very underrated boxer. Has a lot of activity in the ring. He throws a lot of punches, but he doesn't have basically real power. He has heavy hands. He is heavy-handed, but it's more of a pushing type blow than it is an accurate snapshot. So his punches are heavy, and he can catch you with surprise with a counter shot that you don't see. And that's how mostly he hurts his opponents. Well, Granovich, he just wears you down with his aggression and bull first tactics. That's the way he's been taught to fight. But he'll throw 1, 2, 3, then he'll stop. And from the outset, Velez started to establish a jab. Something Granovich, Mexican Russian, he doesn't do very well. He doesn't establish a jab. He just uses the jab to set up his offense. And that's it. So body shots were starting to come in and get there, find a way on Granovich early. And then after 3 or 4 rounds, it seems like, he was wearing Velez down. Velez started tiring. But then he got a second win. He caught him with a good body shot. And then that's when I felt the rounds were kind of teetering back to Velez, where HBO just still saw the Mexican Russian doing all the work. And while they were talking, Velez was landing shots and putting in the work and beating them to the angles and being first. So the score of that fight, a draw. I had Velez winning by 1 round, or 1 round, scoring the fight. But a draw is fair, more than fair for that fight. The main event, Terrence Bud Crawford versus Beltran. I mean, Beltran is light years better than Gamboa to me. If they were to fight instantly, he would beat Gamboa. It was a stylistic matchup that became a problem for Beltran. He had the wrong strategy, I felt, for fighting Terrence Crawford. He tried to fight him like he fights everyone else. He tried to stand his ground. He knew he was going to be strong on the inside. He's not stronger than Terrence Crawford at all. But he's strong enough, he's solid, where he can catch him with a good solid blow. It can get his attention. So he did it by fighting at a distance where a taller fighter would do, which would be out of his range. And this is how Beltran sets a trap. He makes it seem like he's vulnerable and staying fighting out of distance to where you think you have an advantage. Then he'll close in and catch you with something powerful. And he's been effective at doing that with all these taller fighters like Burns. He set them up to a false sense of security to believe that it's safe. This little guy can't reach me from there. Look how far away he is, the distance. But what he should have done is early on do that, but then close the distance on Terrence Crawford. The guys at home, you would want to put pressure on him to have to perform. He cut the ring off well, but he fought at too far of a distance. And what happens was, and the reason why you don't do that is because when you do come in, he can counter you with hooks that you're not going to see coming, especially from the southpaw stance. And when he reached in with his right hand to try to catch Crawford again after he caught him the first time in like the third round, he kind of started getting caught with the right counter hooks. And you're not going to see them punches coming. Terrence Crawford could see the right hands coming. Even when they land, he saw them coming. But you're not going to see that counter right hook. You're wide open for him. And as we saw the fight, that's what happened. He got caught with a couple of those, and then the distance started to change for him in a bad way. Crawford was getting closer to him, and he didn't have the energy to keep away when he needed to get back. And then the pressure was on for him. Now he's got to keep up the pace with a young, in-shape fighter. Great conditioning, great skills by Crawford. He shows a lot of maturity, and he can take away a lot of things Beltran wanted to do. And he sees a lot of things. Same thing I've said for a long time, and it's funny to me because I was the first one and only one talking about Terrence Bud Crawford for years, since the amateurs. I said, this guy is the truth. I told Cameron Duncan to sign him. Told Cameron Duncan. He didn't say nothing to me. Mikey Garcia told him to sign him. This is before he even had Mikey Garcia. Then Mikey Garcia told him, when he signed Mikey Garcia told him to look at him, and then that's when he decided to do it, I guess. But I had already told him. I've told him to sign plenty of people. And they're now mysteriously signed with Cameron Duncan. So, to tell, and it's funny because people try to tell me about Terrence Bud Crawford. Just because now he's on HBO and he's blowing up, I'm telling you, this is all by accident. It's accident. Mikey Garcia decided he wanted to sue Top Rank and open a door for Terrence Crawford to take the stage. And Terrence Crawford is taking the stage and taking it very well. And now Mikey Garcia, still in a dogfight with his career, has now went from the darling prodigy kid coming up to now just Mikey who. And it's all because you allowed it. Terrence Crawford was always the better fighter. Mikey Garcia even know it. And I've been telling y'all, this dude, now if that fight ever took place, everybody would be, oh yeah, well Terrence Crawford would beat him. And y'all try to tell me about him when I was there from day one. Back when they didn't have 20 cents. So it is what it is, but I'm out.